Welcome. I'm so happy you're here. I'm Mary, and I'm a proud cheapskate. I'm also the founder of Debt Proof Living and the blog Everyday Cheapskate. I know, you're wondering, what in the world do all of those things have to do with each other? Well, let me go way back. Some people think the word cheapskate is an insult, but not me. I enjoy being called a cheapskate. It reminds me that I'm not what I used to be, and that's a credit card junkie. There was a time in my life, a 12-year period to be exact, that I used plastic to bridge the gap between what I saw as my husband's pathetic income and the life I believed that I so richly deserved. When my 6-figure bridge collapsed, yes, you can take that to mean more than $100,000 in non-mortgage debt. When that happened, I had 2 choices. I could change my ways or lose everything. Knowing I wouldn't do well with losing everything, I opted for change. But just let me tell you that I could fill several books with all that happened and what I've learned. Hey, wait. I have written several books, and I'll tell you about that later as well. But right now, I'm just going to cut to the chase. We didn't go bankrupt. We paid every penny of that horrific debt back to the creditors. And I'm telling you, that was a lot of money, especially in today's dollars. We figured out that it would have been more like owing $300,000 today. And guess what else? We survived. And now I live to tell. And tell I do. In my books, my blogs, my websites, and guess what? Now on this podcast. That's why I'm so happy you're here. Yeah, you can call me a cheapskate any day, and I will take it as a compliment. So you may be thinking, how did she do that? If you're referring to the debt that I ran up, such a horrible, mindless, immoral amount of unsecured debt. Well, I could teach you how to do it. It's not that hard these days. I'm not going to do that, though. If you're referring to how did I get out of debt, stay out, and now go on to lead others out of debt and into a life of financial freedom, well, I can't wait to tell you all about that. The short version is that I stopped spending every penny I had and all that we hope to have in the future. Bottom line, I learned how to live on less than our income. A lot less. The steps are simple. But first I want you to know this. If you're in debt, it's not going to change overnight. I know you think you'll win the lottery, all these things are going to happen, but they're not. Don't count on it at all. Instead, be willing to make a U-turn on the road to financial devastation and then start coming back one step at a time. That's where I come in. I want to be your coach. I want to encourage you. I want to just tell you you're doing the right thing because I know where you're headed. I've been where you're headed. The bridge is washed out. There is nothing there good. You need to turn around today. So here's some simple steps to get started. Number 1, rein in your brain. You know, the reins on a horse, the reins, you in the chariot, all that kind of thing. You've got to picture this. Your brain has run away. You've run amok. You think you have the right to have everything now and pay for it later. You have to stop believing that you are entitled to that. You can't have it all now and pay for it later. And pay for many, many years to come. The truth is you can't have it all, but you can have enough. That should give you a breath of fresh air, okay? I promise that. Number 2, embrace frugality. Frugality is not a bad word. I was repulsed by that word until I understood it. Frugality just means doing whatever it takes to spend less than you earn. Wow, what a novel concept. Frugal doesn't mean tacky, frumpy, or stingy. The truth is, we cheapskates, see, I called myself a cheapskate again. We actually fix stuff instead of running out to buy new stuff. Another novel concept. We figure out how to use this for that when that costs more than this. We drive paid-for cars. We challenge everything, and we ask if there's a better way. Yep, I tried to do everything for half the price. I search. I research. Sometimes I do without. But you know what? It is possible. Here's an example. I used to get my hair cut every 4 weeks. I had to. It was part of my life. I was entitled to that. But then I figured out how to stretch that to 6. We changed the style a little bit, talked with my hairdresser, and she was very happy to help me do that. Now, if you do the math, that's 4.5 fewer haircuts a year. For me, that translated to a lot of money. And I'll let you do the math in your own situation. Apply this kind of thinking to all areas of spending and just watch the dramatic results. Being a cheapskate is less embarrassing than you'd think. Unless you count that half haircut. Get it? Okay, number 3. Never pay retail. Now, I can't say that 100% of the time in my life I've never paid retail, but I can promise you, since I went through that life-changing time of my life, that is always my goal. As cliche as it might sound, it's a principle to hang on to. With so many discount stores and such a huge secondary market in this country, and oh my goodness, the internet, you may never pay retail again. And how about that food? Oh boy, let me tell you. I was a major coupon snob. I mean, I thought that was the dumbest thing anyone would ever do. What a waste of time. Oh, give me a break. That, holding everybody up at the checkout and all that kind of thing, it just made me go, no, never me. Until I learned how to make those suckers work for me. I swallowed my pride and I learned how to do it right. You can plan to learn more on that in upcoming episodes. I could go on, and trust me, I plan to. But I'll sum it up with this. If you will just begin to apply even a few of the things you will hear on this podcast, things that you read in my daily posts, and the articles that I write at everydaycheapskate.com and debtproofliving.com. And also, I'd like it if you'd read some of my books. You will end up with more money in your wallet. I promise. I'm talking cash. The money you're not spending because I'm going to teach you everything I've ever learned and know about how to get out of debt, how to live on less than you earn, and all the joys that come with financial freedom. See you next time.
You've been listening to Debt Proof Living with Mary Hunt. Created and hosted by Mary Hunt, produced by Julie Emerson, Harold Hunt, executive producer. Save time and save money every day. Make it easy on yourself. Just subscribe at everydaycheapskate.com. That's where you'll find all the ways you can follow Mary, follow Everyday Cheapskate, and Debt Proof Living. Thanks for listening.